What's up? It's Herb. What's the word? Welcome to my channel. For the ones just viewing my channel, of course, you know this is only my second video. So for the ones who not subscribing to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down there. I only have 5 subscribers, so it has to be a whole bunch of people watching this right now that's not subscribed. So go ahead and hit that subscribe for me. Go ahead and hit that like and comment on the videos. I should have all my Celtics fans commenting, liking, subscribing to this video. You know, it won't hurt to have it pop up on your feed. So go ahead and get some extra Celtics news. You already got Celtics news, but go ahead and get this extra Celtics news just in case you miss something. You never know. And for you, if you don't think I'm a real Celtics fan, you feel me? I got a Celtics tattoo. You feel me? You know, that takes some loyalty right there to have a Celtics tattoo on you. So I'm not capping. I'm a real Celtics fan, guys. So anyways, today's topic is, what is the Celtics record gonna be after this offseason? Last year was pretty rough. We ended up 36-36. They was playing on a 72 game schedule just because of what happened last year and the COVID thing that was going on. So they had to stop the season, cancel the season last year. And they started playing a 72 game season a year after that, a year after the playoff, after they begun the playoff. So the next year of the regular season, they just scheduled the 72 game season. So let's talk about the off season. Okay, so we all know that Jayson Brown did not play in the playoffs because of a torn ligament in his wrist. Hopefully, I haven't heard no news from him. I'm gonna have to research that more, but hopefully he improving. I haven't seen Jayson Brown in the gym yet, so I don't know where I don't know if he can jump shots yet or anything. But the good news is, Celtics fans, we will have Jayson Brown, back. After he just had surgery last year, we should have him back this year. Start the season, but you never know. Hopefully it ain't no holdback on Jayson Brown, because I haven't heard no news from Jayson Brown. Campbell Walker was traded to OKC for a good friend of ours, Al Horford. He helped us get to the Eastern Conference Finals, I believe twice or 3 times. It was one of those, but he helped us, go to the Eastern Conference Finals with his help. We couldn't have done it without him. So that's a big addition. The big loss is Campbell Walker, of course, man. I know a lot of Celtics fans want him gone, but you cannot deny that he was a beast on offense, averaging about 19 points per game. He was a beast on offense. The addition of Josh Richardson, Celtics did acquire Josh Richardson and Chris Dunn, but the bad news is we thought we was gonna have Chris Dunn, but it looked like we won't have Chris Dunn. I'm really not gonna get too much about, with Carson Edwards, and we really don't know his potential. I know every time a Celtics player get traded, so happen they start, developing. So hopefully that don't happen to us. Hopefully he just don't average about 10-15 points next year. If he average less than, I just hope he don't even average 5 points, because that would look bad on us. Like, he just need to, I hope he have a great season or whatever, but I hope he just slowly develop. I hope he just don't jump out averaging like 10 points and then we really gonna regret. We do have a new coach named Udoka. Celtics fans, most likely know. For you all who don't know, and we have some Celtics fans that just say they Celtics fans, but really don't, like a diehard Celtics fan, they really don't keep up with too much news. So, for the Celtics fans, they already know, but we have a new coach named Udoka. He played as an assistant. He played under Greg Popovich for about 7 seasons, I believe. And then last year, he was the assistant for the Brooklyn Nets under Steve Nash. So Brooklyn Nets had a great season. It was disappointing in the playoff, and they did have injuries. So their injuries did play a big part in the playoff for the Brooklyn Nets. So I really can't say what they could have did, but injuries is a part of the game. So it's really no excuse. It's a part of the game. Probably they need a new medical team. I don't know. So it's a part of the game. So I believe Udoka, if I believe he learned a lot of great things from Greg Popovich. He can transfer that over to the Boston Celtics and whatever he learned last year with the Brooklyn Nets, because I know he learned from a lot of great players like Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving, great basketball minds. So I won't be surprised if he do real good, so I'm cheering for him. Bad news is we did lose Evan Fournier. He was averaging about 17 points per game, so that's a big loss for us, I believe. 17 points per game. We have Josh Richardson, but he not effective like Evan Fournier on the offense. I mean, I hope he do have a big season where he can average about 15 points per game. He's not as effective as Evan Fournier is on offense, but he is bringing the defense to our team. Great addition. That's a great way to replace Evan Fournier, because Evan Fournier will be missed this season. Trust and believe. I believe that the biggest addition for the Celtics this offseason was Dennis Schroeder, just because we got him for 1 year, $5.7 million. Now that's a great deal, because Lakers was finna give him about $84 million for about 4 years. So you can't complain. I mean, we replaced Campbell Walker, left. Campbell Walker wanted to leave Boston. We traded him to OKC for Al Horford. So you can't complain with replacing him with Dennis Schroeder, and you only got him for $5.7 million in a 1 year deal. So it's basically like, prove yourself this season. So if you can show us what you can do, we can go ahead and offer you that, that $84 million. We go bring that $84 million back in the conversation. We gonna go ahead and bring it back in the conversation. If you can lead us to the playoff, and Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown gonna lead us to the playoff, but if he can play a big factor in that, then we got a great thing coming. We're going to offer him that money. The shooter is still pretty young, so that's a big deal for the Celtics right there. As far as rating the Celtics, you have Dennis Schroeder replacing Campbell Walker. That's really, like I said, that's really not a big loss, just because we got Dennis Schroeder for $5.7 million, and Campbell Walker is a great player, but he just ain't work out for us. So I would say that's a great replacement. So we ain't really lose nothing big. It ain't like we lost Campbell Walker and had to replace him with a backup point guard. No, we added a point guard, and we added a good point guard, a great point guard who can play defense and bring the energy to the Lakers roster, so he could bring the energy to our roster. I like how he played. Like I said, we only got him for $5.7 million, so we should be good this season. As far as big man, we have Cantor and Horford, and we placing him with Tristan Thompson. We already know that that's a big W for us. If we have Cantor and Horford, and they not in the streets and all this drama, so that's a great addition. So Celtics won that. With the big man, we have more depth, so Celtics won that. We have Richardson replacing Fournier. Like I said, Fournier, he was a great addition. We lost him. We will lose a little bit of offensive power, but like I said, we have Josh Richardson. He can play a little bit of offense, and he can play more defense, so I believe we got him. He is known for his defense. So if he can bring that defense to the Celtics team, that's what we need, because, man, we was horrible on defense last season. So that's exactly what we need. We need Josh Richardson. I wish we could have found a way to keep Dunn, but we didn't. So, like I said, we got the guy named Junko. I still don't know if I'm saying his name right, but we have him. So hopefully, it ain't no huge loss, because we ain't get to see Dunn in the Celtics, play in the Celtics uniform, but we should be great. So Celtics off-season rating, I would say I would rate them an A-. Just because even though we had some great replacements and we had a great offseason, don't get me wrong, Brad Stevens is ahead of the front office right now, so he making all the deals and everything. So, glad for Brad Stevens, but The only thing is with the loss of Campbell Walker, I can't, Campbell Walker is a great player. He just ain't work out for us. So, I mean, he did make an impact on our team, just not the impact we expected. So I can't take away from that. But we lost Campbell Walker and we lost Evan Foreigner. So if we would have kept them, I would have said it would have been an A+, and we still had our additions. But that wouldn't work because of rosters and everything. But it probably could if we got rid of Grant Williams and things like that. But Campbell Walker and Evan Foreigner, Campbell Walker averaging 19 points per game and Evan Foreigner averaging about 17 points per game. That's going to be huge because they nearly almost averaging 20 points per game. So we don't have that no more. But we do have great defense now, improved defense, so that's a great thing. Like I said, we're going to need that defense because I don't know where last year's defense was, so we will need that defense. So with the addition of Josh Richardson and Dennis Schroeder, we should have more energy now, and we have Marcus Smart, Jayson Brown, like Al Horford, he might still have it in him. So we should have great defense this year. We should be in top 10. I believe we should be in top 10. That's what I should expect from the Celtics. Anything can happen, but we should be in top 10. We replaced Cantor and Horford with Tristan Thompson, so I believe that's a big plus. We added more depth. The other young center, Fernando, I believe, for however you say his name, the young center we traded for. We have him and we have Robert Williams. So we have a lot of depth. So, I mean, with the addition of Cantor and Horford, bring back Horford, their leadership, that's a big plus. We'll rate the Celtics A-, and then you have Aaron Nesmith and Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Pritchard, all these young players, they gonna develop from last season. So I believe they gonna develop. So Celtics should have a great season, full of improvements with that. Now, where would I rank Celtics in the East standings? Okay. You have the Brooklyn Nets, which the Brooklyn Nets is still better than us, ain't no doubt about it. You have Kyrie, Kevin Durant, you have James Harden. So it ain't no doubt about it that the Brooklyn Nets is real, they deep, and they have 3 superstars, and you still have Blake Griffin and all of them. So ain't no doubt that they will be back and will be on top. You have the defending champions, Milwaukee Bucks. So expect Milwaukee Bucks to make a comeback. They just gained more experience. So expect Milwaukee Bucks to be back. You have Miami Heat. They have Kyle Lowry. So they do have more leadership. I would rank Celtics 4th. I got Celtics coming in 4th. Overall, with the additions, I really don't see no other East team better than them. So I will say Celtics, and I would kind of put Celtics and Heat as a top. Put Celtics with the Heat for 3rd, but with Kyle Lowry and all them, you don't know, but I would put Celtics in 3rd over the Heat, but they kind of a tie. Either one could be in 3rd or 4th. You have 76ers, which 76ers are still good. Still have Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons now, and Harris. They still have great players, but with all the drama going on right now, I just don't believe that chemistry got to be there. So Ben Simmons got to be on the same page. They're going to have to trade Ben Simmons or else. I think the 76ers are going to be in 5th, 6th place. Chicago Bulls made an impact, got Lonzo Ball, have DeMar DeRozan, have all these great additions they added to the team. So Zach LaVine, they gonna be up. They gonna make the playoff. Last year was kind of not their season, but this year they should make an impact. They should make an impact. Atlanta Hawks, I have them coming in 7th, just because Atlanta Hawks they had a turnaround. They started doing better, but with all the additions in the offseason with these East teams, I just believe Hawks ain't really make no huge impact on their roster. To me personally, I don't believe they made a huge impact on their roster. So they young players will develop though. That's the scary part. You have Trey Young, John Collins, and you have all these, they have a great young core. So you never know if they step up like the Golden State Warriors did in 2015-16 when they just so happened to, make that crazy championship run. You just never know with these young core. They've been working hard, grinding off season, then you make it come up. But right now I just have Atlanta Hawks in 7th place. I'm in the 8th. I have Knicks because they did acquire Campbell Walker, Evan Fournier, and then you still have Randall. So with all them 3 players, just trust and believe they coming in 8th or 7th. They coming in the playoff, but the only thing about it is they really don't have too much experience, in the playoff. Campbell Walker just made the playoff last year, I believe, with us. Randall just, he led the team to the playoff, but still really no experience in the playoff. And then you have Evan Fournier, really no experience. So that's going to be kind of hard for the Knicks. So I have them coming in 8th spot. But with that being said, I did look at Celtics' schedule, and I was going over it before I put in what the Celtics overall, what's their record going to be. And I have the Celtics 49-33. I believe the Celtics record would be 49-33. I wish I could compare it to last season, but like I said, Celtics played 10 games less than what they usually play, or the NBA, I should say, played 10 games less. So it's hard to kind of compare, but Celtics had an alright season. They was 500 or was a 500 team or somewhere around there. So they finished about 36-36. So Celtics will make improvements, this year, especially on defense. You have a great young coach, and you have Brad Stevens going into the front office. So expect Brad Stevens to probably still make moves during the season. And yeah, I have the Celtics coming, 49-33. It have been some predictions on websites from these big pages, probably Bleacher Report, saying they will be 45-37. So I will say instead of that 45-37, Celtics will win about 4 more games than that. So I have them coming 49-33. But with that being said, that's all I have today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Go ahead and reach me my 100 subscribers. If you like this video, go ahead. I'm out of here.